Wonder Woman #3, written by Brian Azzarello, art by Cliff Chiang. Last left off with Strife revealing to Wonder Woman that she is Zeus's daughter. Whether or not that's true or not will be revealed, but this issue picks up with basically, because Strife tricked all the Amazons into killing each other, they have to hold mass funeral pyres, so all the Amazons are collecting wood and caring for the bodies, and a couple of the Amazons, particularly one named Alika, are just pissed about all of this, about Wonder Woman specifically, saying, like, this is all her fault. It's all Clay's fault, because apparently that's their diminutive name towards her, the insulting name. And Strife is just chilling on the island as literally, like, she's grown as this huge woman just laying there. And she's like, oh, you call the Princess Clay. Oh my, that's something. And like, oh, you're mocking us? And he's like, no, I thought me with my giant stature, I was the only person here casting shade. But tis. It's an actual line, by the way. So Strife goes over and tells Diana this, and Diana's like, man, I haven't been called that since I was a little girl. This sucks. And Hermes comes up and is just basically like, Strife, stop screwing with Wonder Woman. And she's like, oh, should I screw with you instead? Looks like you're going to fall over every second because he's still recovering from his injuries. And Wonder Woman's, they're going at it. Wonder Woman jumps down. It's like, enough. Stop treating this like it's some sort of game. These are people. You are gods, and you're treating them like they're bugs that you're just ripping the legs off of. And the girl, I still keep forgetting her name. Zora, I think? I don't know. She chimes in and she's like, yeah, or like smashing fireflies and writing your name glow in the dark. And it's like, okay, Zora, thanks for chiming in. Anyway, stop playing God over these people. And he's like, well, it's not play anymore, Diana. You are a god. And Hippolyta steps up and is like, all right, Strife, enough. She's not going to hear this from you. And she just gives Diana the full story, where long ago, before any of the Amazon stuff, there was a man who was just so incredible, so amazing, and she knew it was Zeus. She knew that Zeus was the god. And they fought, and they battled, and they sparred, and they grew to at least lust after each other. I'm not sure if it's love, but they definitely had something going on. And then one night they got hot and heavy, and Diana was the result. We also get a quick cutaway here to the Amazons who are pissed off, like Alika, basically saying, like, look, if Hippolyta were to have died last night, rule of the Amazons would come down to her daughter, Diana. I don't think her allegiances lie with the Amazons anymore. So we need to have some level of a revolt to make sure that she never takes the throne of our queen. And everyone's like, that's a little bit traitorous, but we're in. So then we get to the funeral pyre stuff. They're sending off the last rites to their sisters, and they're like, oh, we are immortal, but we may still die in battle, and it is a noble death to die in battle, and we are warriors. And then Alika steps up and be like, it's not noble. We killed each other, all because of Clay, all because of Diana and all the things she does. Paradise has been ruined because of her. And then we cut back to the story that Hippolyta is telling us. Like, I know Hera. I am aware of Hera's jealousy and rage, and I know what I did. And if she found out about you, that you were actually Zeus's blood, she was going to kill you. That's not even a maybe. That is she was going to kill you. So I came up with this story of I made you out of clay, so that way she didn't suspect that you were actually blood related to Zeus. And apparently a couple other of the older Amazons were all in on this, and it was like some sort of a conspiracy. So Diana, she's upset, and she's like just trying to process it, and the mother's like, look, I did all this because I love you, and you should at least try to understand that side of things. And Diana, she's like, you're a fool, and you've made a fool out of me, so I'm not everything I knew about myself is a lie, and I'm not going to be part of that anymore. So she leaves Hippolyta. She's crashing through the jungle. She ends up stumbling upon the funeral pyre as Alika's giving her big speech. And she's like, well, there she is, the woman of the hour. You have brought shame to her. And Wonder Woman just knocks her out. Just one punch knocks her off to the side, grabs the torch for the funeral pyres, and just blows fire over all of them. Just blows the torch and says, like, you're right, I brought shame to the island, but the shame is mine and I'm out. I am no longer Diana. I'm no longer Clay. Just call me Wonder Woman. Peace. And she leaves with Hermes, Zora, and Strife. I really like this. I think this is the best way to do a retcon, where you don't ignore what previously happened, but you explain how it can coexist within your own new framework. Yes, Wonder Woman was actually blood of a god, but they didn't just say, oh no, the Clay thing never actually happened, we're just brushing that under the rug. It's like, no, the Clay thing was the cover story. Like, this is what actually happened. It's a great way to actually do a retcon where you're not re-examining, like, did it really happen? Did it not? No, it happened. But it's not the whole truth. It's just taking what was already there and expanding upon it. I really like when that's done well, and this was definitely done well. Art-wise, this is all fantastic. The line work might be a little bit thick for me, but it's just the style that Bernard Chang goes for, and it works for his style. But it's beautiful all throughout, and I don't have any problem with any proportions or faces or anything like that. So overall, I'm going to go ahead and give this one a 7.5. Very good, very solid. It's pretty, as far as I'm aware, this is still how Wonder Woman is. She still is blood of the gods. I'm not entirely positive if anything's changed with her origin specifically, but this is still the definitive origin, I believe. So, yeah, it's definitely an issue that's worth reading if you want to know your Wonder Woman history. So, 7.5 for me.